Thank you, Mark Zecca, for being here with us today. We really appreciate your contribution to our forum. And I just had a few questions for you, starting with what value you see an organization like ICCG providing in terms of the topics that have come up in our discussions.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me here. This has been delightful. One of the things that happens in just general business is the sometimes inability to share information with a collegial member or a collegiate member. It's sometimes hard to discuss even tough things just within your business, hurt feelings, political issues, whatever. Here you're kind of in a no-risk situation where you can talk about those things, the tough things, the fun things, the challenging things, the problems, and share it with other people in kind of a like-minded atmosphere and really get some good, honest feedback. So it makes it really a good experience.
Okay. What did you think so far about the event specifically today in terms of supply chain analytics and anything that was discussed?
It's a great event. It's in a way, it's kind of an umbrella, and as you open the umbrella, you see it gets wider and wider. And as our discussions grew, both in terms of big data as well as supply chain, you see it actually brings up more questions than it does answers. Well, that's good. That means you've got a topic that's alive, it's energetic, you see people getting involved in it. That means we're probably spot on in terms of the topics that were really relevant today in our businesses. So it generates even follow-on, so that's a good thing.
Okay. Where do you see the progress or the dynamics of supply chains going in the future? What do you see happening with that arena of business?
I think we're on the cusp of automation, and what I mean by automation is we're in an intellectual kind of revolution when it comes to automation versus kind of the analog automation that we've been dealing with. How do we take physical things and make them digitized? Okay, we're doing that and that's fine. The real challenges of tomorrow is how do we actually make that leap from just digitization to a new way of doing things. I think I mentioned in the group that we're really now challenged with how do we make 1 and 1 equal 3, not 2.
That's right.
So that will be the future.
And what about with Schneider Electric? Where do you see supply chain going with that?
Well, we have a real challenge at Schneider just from growth, which is good news and bad news. So growth is always great in business, but it always brings you new challenges. As both a growing company and an M&A company, we have both integration challenges in the supply chain as well as changing that overall supply chain to a more intelligent-based environment. And so both of those things, growth and making a much more intelligent supply chain happen, are going to be the two biggest things we need to work on.
Thanks so much for your insights.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.